Hey everybody, Lucas with Musician Core back with another quick video tutorial for you. Today we were going to do a 90s tune with probably the longest song title I've ever seen, Elderly Woman Behind the Counter in a Small Town. It's a Pearl Jam classic. It's one of the acoustic songs that they snuck onto their Versus album. Great song, so let's just dive right in. So before we actually start playing, I'm going to cover a couple basics here. The first thing I want to talk about is the rhythm of this song, okay, the time signature. It's actually in 6/8. Most songs we encounter are in 4/4. You typically count 4 beats per measure. This is in 6/8, so you're going to count to 6. We'll cover that more when we get to the strumming pattern. The second thing we need to cover is this is in the key of G. Okay, so the notes for the key of G, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, so in the key of G, only one sharp, F sharp. If you translate that to our Nashville numbering system, which I highly recommend you learn if you're not familiar with, each of those notes is going to have a chord. So we're going to have G, A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor. We have this F sharp diminished, and then G. Okay, so those are going to primarily be the songs of our the chords in this song. You will see in the chorus they're going to sneak in an A major, which is a pretty common technique that songwriters will use. Instead of playing the second chord as a minor chord, they'll play it as a major chord. Adds a little tension and will resolve back to the one. So what else? We said it's in the key of G. If you're interested in playing any of the Stone Gossard fills here, you're going to solo in the key of G major pentatonic. They do most of their fills down here at the open position, right? Or the 12th position. So it's kind of the same as E minor pentatonic, but the notes that you're going to land on are going to be a little bit different. But that's okay. Those are the types of fills they're going to use, G major pentatonic. All right, so let's get into actually playing the song. The first thing we want to cover is the strumming pattern. So like I said, the song's in 6/8. The strumming pattern is probably the most important thing to get down to this song. It never really changes. I will say I've been listening to the studio album. I've been watching some live performances. This song has kind of morphed over time. So I'm just going to give you a strumming pattern that is kind of the best of all worlds. I'll do the same thing for how they play the chords. But the basic strumming pattern, I'm just going to play a D chord here. In 6/8 is going to be down, down, up, down, up. Okay? So when we count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, down, up, down, up. 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 This is a perfect song to just keep that picking hand going down, up, down, up, down, up the whole time in kind of an eighth note pattern. So that's the strumming. Down, down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, up. Okay? Let's get into the verse chords. Your kind of bass chords here, we're working with a D, a C, and a G. But like a lot of musicians, they're going to do different versions of that. Okay? So D, they just play a normal D chord, open D, 2nd fret G string, 3rd fret B string, 2nd fret high E. Instead of playing a C, they're going to play a C add 9. It almost looks like a version of a G chord, but starting on the A string. So 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret D string, open G, 3rd fret B string, 3rd fret high E. That is a C add 9. You do not play the low E. And then, like I said, this song has morphed over time. The original album actually goes to a G right here, but I've seen Eddie's been playing it G over B. Okay, so what does G over B mean, or G/B? Sometimes you'll see it, or that's how you will see it written, a G/B, almost like a division. G over B just means we're going to play a G chord, but instead of having the G be the lowest note of the chord, we're going to have the B be the lowest note of the chord. Okay, it's an inversion of this chord. We won't really get into that, but this is the G over B chord, super common chord. The reason they're going to this B is if you listen to the chords, D, C, G, G over B, in the bass you get this. Okay? Instead of doing a like a bass that would be D, C, G. So they're kind of using the bass note to dictate what chords they play. After G over B, it just goes back to C at 9, and then back to G over B. So the verse here is D, C at 9, G over B, C at 9, and G over B. I'll play that again. D, C at 9, G over B, C at 9, and G over B. And that is the verse. Pretty simple. Like I said, the most important part is probably getting that strumming pattern down. Now the chorus, we're going to change it up, and we are going to go to this different version of C add 9. Okay, so instead of playing this version, which we learned a second ago, now he does 3rd fret A string. He mutes the D string with his 3rd fret, right? He just has it kind of resting on there to mute it. Open D, 3rd fret B string, and an open high E. So it's this new version of C add 9 down to an A chord. So open A, 2nd fret D, 2nd fret G, 2nd fret B, open high E. Oops. Now a lot of you can play it like this, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger. I actually find it more comfortable to play it 2nd, 3rd, 4th finger, so that's how I'm going to play it. But those are our 2 chords here. This new version of C add 9, A, does that again, C add 9, A, C add 9, A, and on the 4th time through, E minor. So E minor is open E, 2nd fret A, 2nd fret D, open, open, open. So the chorus goes like this. C add 9, A, C add 9, our new version, A, C add 9, new version of A, E minor. And then it goes back to the verse on that D. Okay guys, so that's the whole song. Let me play it through for you one time. I'll kind of guide you through the chord changes. Feel free to play along if you want. So let's do it. Here, verse, chorus, and we'll come back to the verse and we'll stop. Ready? Starting on a D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. D, C add 9, G over B. C add 9, G over B. Does that again. D, down, down, up, C add 9, G over B. C add 9, G over B. Chorus, new C add 9, A. New C add 9, A. Now E minor. Back to a D. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope this helps you guys with that song. As always, I would highly encourage you, once you get this down, put your headphones on and play this song along with the track. It's in standard tuning. It's not tuned down or anything. It's a super fun song to play, and that's your chance to kind of play along with Eddie and Stone and Mike and the whole gang. So hope you enjoyed this video. That was Elderly Woman Behind the Counter in a Small Town. Record for longest song title ever. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. Please give us a thumbs up. And one other thing, we do offer online guitar lessons. So if you're interested in working on this song or another song or learning more about guitar, just give us a shout. The link to our website is in the video notes. And as always, guys, happy jamming.